Stogie T.
So how do you guys approach making the music?
We approach it. We have a process pretty much down. We start ideas and send them back and forth, and then I mix it down and finish it up. So we both are producers and have been producers for a while and been knowing each other for a while, but just concocted the idea to become partners about a year ago, like you said. So we both start and finish ideas. Mainly, Marcotiks is the one that starts the majority of the ideas, and I execute them and format them and get them to completion. But we have an energy back and forth that just works for us. We both, like we said, are fundamentalists kind of in hip hop. We both enjoy where the sound originated, that classic sound. But we're not afraid. We also like current styles of music. We don't, like you said, necessarily hate what's going on today. Some of the elements are not the best suited for us, but we take from everything because we enjoy everything. And ultimately, just as us as partners, we just feed off each other's energy. I think that's the most important thing.
Okay. That's interesting to me that you speak about feeding off of each other's energies when you're not in the same room all the time. So yeah. How do you get that synergy? Because people generally tend to think, for something really beautiful to happen, you all have to be in the same room, all have to be kind of in the same space and doing the same thing, consuming the same thing. But that's not necessarily the case, and that definitely wasn't the case here. So how do you guys connect and have that synergy even though you're two different places?
Honestly, I don't know. Like I said, like when we started, like I think we have like a similar feel for music. You know what I mean? And we come from like a similar place in geography too. So like I'm from Philadelphia and he from like York, which is Pennsylvania, but like just a little bit more towards the middle of the state. So and we around the same age, so we witnessed a lot of the same things, and that culture of southern and southeastern and south central like Pennsylvania is strong within us. So yeah. I think that's the main thing, but we still didn't have no idea that it was going to work out and pan out like this. We just started sending stuff back and forth, like he was saying, and like within like the first day, we was like, oh shit, we got something. Like this is crazy. Like, and because everything that we was doing was like, damn, this is dope. Damn, this is crazy. Damn, this is fire. Oh shit, this is high. Like, and it just stayed continuous. It was like it don't even. I don't know. Like he sent me stuff, I get excited. I send him stuff, he get excited. We be like, all right, bet. Like this, you know what I mean? And we constantly like encourage each other and compliment each other, tell each other like, yo, that's hard. Yo, that's hot. Yo, I like what you did on this. You know what I mean? And give each other constructive criticism. And it's no ego. Like it's it's for me, it's like probably one of the best like male relationships I had with another male, unsuspectingly. You know what I mean? Like it ain't like we got a whole lot of history together. But like generally with men, it becomes a competition thing and all that. Like, but now like we really root for each other and we really try to do whatever helps the other one. You know what I mean? So like it's like one of the best relationships I got with anybody at this point in my life.
So then how did your guys' collaboration with Alonda then end up being what we now know as Animals, with Stogie T and Benny the Butcher and Alonda?
So Alonda Rich, she's a good friend of ours, through another good friend of ours, Z Rich, the Ohio of Life umbrella. It's kind of our family. So yeah, we just send her beats, and she executes ideas. She does a lot of songwriting. She's a genius songwriter, and she does stuff, for hooks and other people and certain situations. So she's just always creating. She's, she puts out music herself, but even if it's not for herself, she's just always creating. And she came up with that hook, and we heard it and went crazy. And by fortunes of grace, Stogie felt the same way. So yeah, when we heard it, we just we went crazy. I think that was the first one. Speaking of, first, that was the first record we did with Alonda as far as just a hook for a song, as opposed to
a lot of
song
firsts. A lot of firsts in this record.
Exactly. Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
So yeah, that was the first kind of thing we did where she did the hook, and then we kind of just started to see what kind of artists we could get to fit on it, and Stogie fit perfect.
I was just say it was crazy how it just all came together. Like I think, like speaking of the number first, like the first that one number, like it's like a lot of them in there. Like first joint we did with Alonda, the first joint we probably collaborated on. First, like I think Stogie wanted it the first day we put it up. I think we literally put it up on our Instagram page and had to take it back down in like less than 24 hours.
What?
Yeah. What else? Our first collaboration with international artists. Our first collaboration with an artist that's known like Benny and Stogie. Our first number 2 record in another country that we don't live in. Like it's stacked with it's stacked with a lot of stuff going on. It's like damn, like this, you know what I mean?
How does that feel now? All of those firsts, and it's not stopping. That's another thing. It's not going to stop.
Feels great. Like I said, we just appreciate the art. We focus on the art and the creation and the joy that it brings us, as well as focusing on business and creating something that can sustain us and our families and our futures. But more so, we just focus on the art. So we're taking it like a journey, enjoying the ride, and looking forward. And like you said, creating more and using it as encouragement to create more, because it's definitely been a great ride. It's been a great experience, and we just want to keep it going. But more importantly, we know that this experience here is, and the love that we've been getting and the new fans and everything is what we do it for. So we just been overjoyed.
Yeah, I feel like we also like. For me, I know it's surreal. I know Tempt can say the same, because it's surreal in the way that we did it sticking to our integrity, and we didn't like it didn't come from a beat that we tried to do something that we not. You know what I mean? Like I think I take a lot of pride in that one, because it showed, like, you know what I mean? Like me and him been at this for years. You know what I mean? We've been doing this for a long time, and like, you know what I mean? You get all those no's, and when you get a yes, sticking to your principles,
yeah,
it reinforces your principles in a way that you can't describe. You know what I mean? Like you become emboldened in your principles. Like I ain't gotta do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? What you talking about? You laugh at somebody trying to tell you to do something different than what you already do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's important.
We appreciate Stogie for delivering that verse.
Yeah. So when you play this back, let me know, like, he did a monstrous verse. Like, that's a godly verse.
Yeah, that verse is crazy.
That's a godly verse. Like, take it from another person that pens verses, Tempt pens verses when he feel like it. Like, that's a godly verse. Like, for him to, that's not no joke. That's not no joke. But from MC to MC, like, I appreciate what you did. Like, that's great.
So what are your guys' thoughts on the other joints, Stogie T and Nasty C? Don't know.
I love Don't Know. I love the energy. I love Nasty C. He's dope. I think I especially love the energy back and forth between them two, because you can kind of tell that they're not different artists, but come from different generations, and sometimes that's treated as contention or whatever. But I appreciate the fact that they overstood that and created something.
Like, I view that song. I view Don't Know as like a, like that the moments in hip hop that should have been happening all along. Like, you know what I mean? When you got two different generations, sometimes they don't work together. They collide, and they, you know what I mean? It becomes a problem or issue, all because of misunderstandings and stuff like that. But I view this as like, you know what I mean, a proper way for an OG to be in step with a younger artist and make them, you know what I mean, and allow them to shine. Because make no mistake, Stogie took a step back on that joint purposely to make sure that, no, seriously, like you can tell, because when you hear, when you follow Stogie and you hear his music and you hear his rhymes, you hear the way that he raps, like I realized that he made his pen flow with the beat, so it could go with the flow of what Nasty C was going. And that, I appreciate stuff like that, because you know, you don't want it, like I said, it's not ego, it's not competition. It's like, yo, let's make the best stuff that we can make right here, right now, and further our culture, further our city, further our, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's amazing. You know what I mean? We don't get enough of that in hip hop, regardless of where it comes from. You know what I mean? We don't get enough of it. Everybody is trying to outdo each other constantly. It's not about that no more. Like, the days of competition can be fun. It can fuel if it's friendly, but it don't gotta be. It can be, you know, let's make something great.
Yeah, and it's just a great song. All that aside, it's a great song.
That's true.
Yeah, it ride crazy. I love that song. I listen to it a lot. So
see, that's the one that I can play in my car.
Yeah,
exactly.
I ride to it. I'll be at work. In a ghost. You know what I'm saying?
No, but no about me.
It don't go hard, so it's super dope, man. I'm appreciative to be a part of this whole process.